All right, so right now I want to talk about staying grounded and centered in your own energy. Okay, and I did a similar coaching video on this topic called being non-reactive, right? Never being reactive to the external, to the outside world, to all the noise that's going on out there. Never reacting, but staying in your own frame, staying grounded and centered in your own energy. And in this coaching video, I just want to expand on that a little bit, just because I'm still getting a lot of messages from you guys. You guys are a little bit confused about that and what it actually means and what it actually entails. Okay, what does it actually mean to be grounded and centered in your own energy? What it means is, in a nutshell, people out there are constantly going to be trying to pull you out of your frame, okay? People are constantly going to be trying to take shots at you, trying to embarrass you, trying to call you out, you know, and do shit like that to you in life, right? Just part of life, right? So people are going to be constantly trying to pull you out of your own frame and into theirs. And the thing is, you can't let them. Okay, you can't let them, because a man who is strong and centered in his own energy can never be pulled out of his frame. Okay, I get tons of haters, both online and offline, you know, especially lately with the growth of my YouTube channel. Get a ton of them online, right? Trying to pull me out of my frame, trying to like do the little personal attacks and personal insults. I just kind of laugh my ass off at them because none of it affects me. I just kind of look at the person in amusement like, wow, am I seriously that much of a disturbance in your world where you're taking time out of your very limited time on this earth to write me this diatribe of hatred, that you're so angry with me and that you want me to read? Most of it I just don't, right? I just ignore it. And it's like, what are you trying to do? And obviously they're trying to pull me out of my frame. A lot of times when people do shit like that, what are they trying to do? They're trying to get you to qualify yourself to them, right? They're trying to get you to qualify yourself to them. I mean, this even will happen to you when you're out and about, right? I mean, I'm in these venues 4 to 5 times per week. So from time to time I deal with AMOGs, right? Get AMOGs like, well, what's up with that shirt, bro? What's up with those rings, bro? Blah, 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 you know, and what are they trying to do? They're trying to get you to qualify yourself to, no, I mean, my shirt's cool, blah, blah, blah. And I never do. I'm just grounded and centered. And a lot of times, I mean, there's just really no emotion from me. Just because I've been doing game for so long and I've been dealing with so many AMOGs, both male and female, right? With females, they call them like alpha females now. I've been dealing with it for so long that none of it affects me. It's actually quite amusing to me when somebody tries to pull me out of my frame, because I often see it for what it is. I don't look at it on the surface anymore like I used to. I mean, when I first started out doing pickup and game and somebody would AMOG, I mean, things that they would say that weren't even that bad back then would bother me, would piss me off. And I'm like, fuck, I can't wait to run in this guy again. I'm gonna freaking pound him. Or I would get into a fight right then and there, right? Whereas these days, I'm like, I'm just amused by it. Sometimes I laugh, I'm like, because it's actually kind of funny, right? But many times I'll turn it on the person. I mean, I could literally like verbally spar with anybody these days, and I know like which points to touch upon. I could size somebody up very quickly, and I know which points to touch upon that will stick. And 99.9% of the time, they're not as calibrated as I am. I know I can hurt them. I know I could do some psychological damage to where it will cause them to be self-conscious, not short-term, but long-term, permanently for the rest of their lives. A lot of times I don't like to do that to people. Even people are like really AMOGing the shit out of me. I try to take it easy on them, right? It's kind of like an ant fighting Mike Tyson or something, right? But I'm amused by it because they're trying to pull me out of my frame, and I'm like, oh, in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, how cute. They think it's actually gonna bother me, right? They actually think that I'm gonna sit here and go into my head and qualify myself to them. And I just kind of sit there, I'm like, yep, yeah, man, totally right, bro. And they're just kind of like, what the fuck, why is this guy laughing? You know, what's going on? He's not even fazed by any of this. And it's almost like the aura you set off kind of makes them back down. It's like they could feel that your value is so high above theirs that they just step off, right? They just step off. It's really strange. But when they feel that, you know what, you're gonna go inside your head and you're not secure with yourself and you can't verbally spar, you can't protect yourself, that's kind of when they attack. It's like, you know, so like a bully trying to find easy targets that he knows can't fight back or won't fight back, right? But when they know, like, oh shit, this guy can pound the shit out of me verbally, emotionally, mentally, that's when they're like, okay, I'm gonna shut my mouth now and slowly back away so he doesn't do anything. You know, that's kind of the frame you want to set. But at no time should you be reactive and be like, what bro, you know, and you know, because that's really what they're looking for. And then when you don't feed them that and you kind of show them that you're way above them, that's when they have that. Not only will they back off, but they'll have respect for you. You know, I mean, I've literally had guys and girls like come back and apologize to me like, hey, you know, I'm really sorry about what I said, you know. And instead of being like, yeah, that's totally cool, instead I'm like, I just give them that look like, I knew you were gonna apologize. I knew you would. All right, I'm giving you credit, you're smart. I knew you were gonna apologize. All right, so a lot of this is really just not being affected by other people's low value behavior, okay? Because really, you know, those are the only people that are gonna try to test you like that are gonna try to, you know, play frame games with you, right? We call them frame games. They're gonna try to demonstrate that they have higher value than you do. Because when somebody calls you out, right? When somebody tries to, say, troll you, make fun of you, provoke you in any way, shape, or form, embarrass you, what they're trying to communicate is that they're cooler than you, right? They're basically going, hey, I'm cooler than you, right? And really, by not responding and not reacting, you're proving to them that you're way cooler than they are, right? You're just way cooler. I mean, everything just goes back to being on like a playground in 7th grade, right? I mean, it's almost like we're perpetually in junior high, and people do junior high shit like that, and you have to play them like they're in junior high, right? You have to ask yourself, like, what would I do if we were back in junior high together, right? What would the cool guy do? What would the cool kid do? The cool kid would not react. The cool kid would be like, right? Imagine doing that in 7th grade as opposed to what, you know, and getting all reactive and acting like a little bitch about it, right? I always come from the frame of where I'm dealing with kind of like a crazy little brother or a crazy little sister, okay? And that's the way you want to look at it too, is when somebody comes at you like that and they try to shit test you, they try to AMOG you, you want to come at it from that angle that you're just dealing with, you know, basically a crazy little brother or a crazy little sister, right? Where you have the higher value, where you're in the role of the authority figure. You must act like an authority figure. I mean, if you want them to respect you and you want to turn the tables on them and you want to make them qualify themselves to you, you have to take the role of the authority figure, right? In pickup, we had a term for this when it came to approaching girls, right? Especially girls of high value. In order to get that girl of high value attracted to you, you had to show her that you were higher value than her, right? Because just by human nature, we become attracted to people and we want to date people and sexually bond with people that we feel are higher, just a notch higher than us on the social value, on the social scale, right? We want to connect with people who have higher social value than us. So with beautiful women, we had something called demonstrate authority above her world, right? We want to demonstrate authority above her world. We want to show her that we are higher value than she is. And many times it would come in the form of us first being non-reactive to her little shenanigans, her little shit tests, her little personal attacks, right? Being completely indifferent to that. Remember that word, indifferent, right? Demonstrating indifference. It doesn't bother you. Okay? And the next step would be to teach her something or to show her something. Or, you know, a lot of times even to nag her, right? Nag her back. Take her down a notch, right? And I use the same exact pickup artist tactics, these same exact PUA tactics on AMOGs, both male and female. Anybody who tries to pull me out of my frame, I use the same exact tactics on them that I would a girl that I'm gaming, right? Because at the end of the day, it's all a game. Okay, life is game, life is pickup. I keep telling you guys this, life is pickup, right? I use the same exact skills. I use the same skills when I negotiate house purchases, car purchases, whenever I am trying to get something, right? I use my gaming skills, I use my pickup skills. So that's why the skill is so very, very valuable. But essentially, at the end of the day, what it boils down to is staying centered and grounded in your own energy. Okay, and in a way, when you become more advanced at this, in a way it will become almost, you'll kind of give off like almost like a spiritual vibe to people, that you have your shit together and you can't be shaken. Okay, you can't be shaken so easily. Just the way you present yourself, you know, even from the moment they start shit testing you, by your non-reaction and your ability to just stay icy. Okay, it's another term in pickup we use for guys who are highly skilled with beautiful women. They have this innate ability to remain icy in very, very tense situations, like no matter what is going on around them. It could be like fighting around them, crazy shit, right? They just have the ability to stay icy and non-reactive, icy and non-reactive. Remember that. Okay, it's the same thing with staying grounded and centered in your own energy. You're like a tree with a very strong root. No matter how hard the wind blows, doesn't matter if there's a storm or a hurricane, the tree just doesn't move. It doesn't shift in, you know, one direction or the other. It just doesn't budge. It's just like, okay, there's a storm. So what? Okay, here comes a hurricane. Cool. It was kind of hot out here. I kind of needed some air, right? It just doesn't phase you. Right? You just stay grounded and centered in your own energy. Okay, and never under any circumstance do you qualify yourself to somebody else. Okay, never let anybody tool you like that, right? Never let a tool you like that. Ever, 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 ever. Okay, and always understand the source it's coming from. And I did a previous coaching video on this too, that, you know, the people who have put you in your head the most, if not entirely, are basically the angry cunts of the world. And I hate to curse on my channel, but it's true. Basically, the angry cunts of the world that are out there are responsible entirely for putting you in your own head. All right, so you have to understand the source that all of this negative and toxic energy is coming from, and realize that the source is so low value and you're so high value that there's no reason to react. Okay, again, you being the authority figure, I mean, and you're the big brother, right? Would you react to like your 9-year-old kid brother throwing shit at you or trying to piss you off or trying to test you? Would you react? No, you'd just be like, hey, stop that. Right? You would just stay icy and non-reactive, right? You would stay centered and grounded in your own energy. And that's how you want to treat anybody out there, male or female, who dares try to shit test you, who dares try to step to you, right? Who dares try to test your value, who dares try to even see if they're cooler than you, and even dare think for a second that they have higher value than you. No. You stay centered and grounded in your own energy at all times, right? Because you know who you are, you know what you're worth, okay? You know you're the man, you know you're the boss, you know that you're the alpha in that club, or wherever you are, whatever venue you're at. You know you're the man, okay? And there's no question about it, all right? And with that said, I'm gonna wrap up here. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from Alpha Male Secrets. Do not forget to smash that like button below. Also hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. Okay, you'll be the first to be notified about it. Also, share my coaching videos with other like-minded friends of yours, guys. Please share my stuff, because the more we share these coaching videos and this red pill content, the more we can awaken more guys, right? So please feel free to share my content as well. And for you guys who want to support my work and support all of this red pill knowledge I'm teaching guys here even further, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And the reason why I'm doing that is to protect my content in case YouTube decides to try to just shut me down one day, which, hey, look at what they're doing with all these other channels. You never know, right? At least if you're one of my premium subscribers on my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, you will never have to worry. Okay, and the first month is only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male content from me. And it's really easy to get signed up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.